I am Charles Michael Tihabut from BSc 2-1, and I will show you on how to do the methods and techniques in forensic photography. As you can see, I'm going to take a general view to determine the location of the crime scene. And I'm using cell phone, and the mode of the camera is panorama to take the full view of the place. And I'm going to take a picture on the left side. Next, in the middle. Also, on the right side. And now, I'm going to take a picture of mid-range view. That is the mid-range view. And after that, I'm going to inside of the crime scene. As you can see, there is so much evidence of the incident. And I'm going to take note of the possible evidence. Next is, I'm going to take a picture of the crime scene with a mid-range view. And next is, I'm gonna use the spiral pattern to look at the evidence, and I'm gonna take a picture every evidence I see. The first evidence is the hammer. And the second is the fingerprint on the glass. And the third is the stroller. Next is the knife with blood. That is the evidence. Also, the chair. Of course, the victim. And the footprint. Now, I'm going to outside to take the items used in the crime scene. And that's the items I will use on the crime scene. And I'm going back to the crime scene to give an evidence number. As you can see, that is the first evidence, the hammer. And second is the fingerprint on the glass. That is the second evidence using the spiral pattern. And the third is the stroller. The fourth evidence is the knife with blood. Of course, the chair. That is the fifth evidence of the crime scene. And the sixth evidence is the footprint. And also the victim. Now, I'm going to take a mid-range view of the crime scene with an evidence number. After that, I'm going to measure and take a picture of the evidence. The first evidence is the hammer. And I'm going to set up the ISO, shutter speed, and the aperture of the picture. As you can see, I'm going to measure it and set up the settings of the camera. Also, I'm going to focus it. And the second is the fingerprint. As you can see, I'm going to take a mid-range and close-up view of the evidence. Also, as you can see, I'm going to measure the fingerprint on the glass, and I'm going to focus and set up the settings of the camera. The next is the stroller. I'm going to measure the evidence one by one because it is very important of the crime scene. As you can see, I'm going to take a picture of a close-up view and extreme close-up view on the evidence. And that is the fifth evidence of the crime scene, the chair. Of course, I'm going to take a picture of the footprint with a measure. Of course, the victim. I'm going to take a picture with a mid-range view and close up of the victim. After that, as you can see, I'm going to take note again to the measure of the evidence. Also, I'm going to trace it one by one to secure the place of the evidence. And after tracing the full evidence, I'm gonna take it a picture. Of course, after that, I'm gonna remove the real evidence and traces will be left and they still serve as evidence in the case. And I will take a picture of it again, without the real evidence, but with the evidence number. And that's all the techniques and methods used of the crime scene photography procedures. Again, I am Charles Michael Tiabut from BSc 2-1.